Okay, Tamek Skanatani. It is the morning of the late morning of March 17th, St. Patrick's Day 2015, in the end of the moon, Pitakisam, and I'm out here to do a little phenological survey walk around with my friend John Nightingale. I'm just waiting for him to show up now. Things are changing. I have noticed around my neighborhood, just up the Cooley Rim from here, that there are magpies that are nest building. There's some trees that are starting to flower. There have been American robins dropping in over the last couple of days, as well as male American robins, as well as some ring-billed gulls. And so we're going to be looking out for all of these signs of spring, or the shift of the season. Really, in Blackfoot we don't really have the spring, we just have stoi and nipoi. There is a word for those transitions, moto and moko, between those two seasons, but it's really just those two seasons that are marked in the lunar calendar. At least there's always 7 winter moons and there's 5 to 6 summer moons depending on the year. So anyway, out here now, I think John is just pulling in. See if this is him. I believe it is. Oh yes, for sure. Good, so we'll get on with our survey. So yeah, we're just coming into the North Pond area now, but we see that there are goose tracks all over in the snow here. We had a heavy, oh yeah, a couple of mallard drakes down that way. One of them taking off, and looks like maybe a female over there. The North Pond area.
Yep.
Yeah. Female just.
Those are mom and dad.
Yeah, female just joined up with her drake there.
And the other interloper just
Oh yeah, he just landed too, hey?
looking very forlorn. Maybe a little bit of mallard, hanky-panky.
That's right. Got the works of a threesome there. There is a chance we're gonna, well, not only a chance, it's a sure thing, we're gonna have goose eggs here very soon.
Oh.
Because Friday is the equinox, and that's usually the full moon after the equinox is when they start dropping. But if the full moon is too far after the equinox, then they'll drop earlier, and this time it's going to be a little bit, I'm expecting them to drop a little bit earlier. I'm expecting early next week we should have some eggs.
Oh, wow.
There's a goose couple right over there on the edge now.
I had no idea it was this early, to be honest.
Oh yes. Yeah, there's a couple right there.
They're not on the nest there, are they?
That probably is the couple that usually nest right at the edge of this cattail bunch. Yeah, there's usually one. This cattail bunch is right across from us here. Just on the south end of that, there's usually a couple that puts a nest there, so I bet that's them. I expect one on the remains of the beavers' winter cache, if not on the house, not the lodge itself, and then on that island in the wide south pond. Just noticed that the insulation from the little pump house here at the golf green some of it's been pulled out of there. Oh yeah, there's some little rodent droppings. Probably mouse. There's a bunch of rodent droppings on the ground there, hey?
Yeah.
So probably a mouse or a vole has pulled it out. Maybe even using, it looks like there's a little tunnel into there, right below on the ground. It looks like they might have pulled it out and are using it as a nest right there. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Look at all the droppings.
There are a lot of droppings.
Yeah, and there's Yeah, I think that's probably what they were
So
doing.
they've
there.
taken it from there.
Put it right down there and using
Right.
it as a nest. That's what it looks like to me.
Right.
Oh, you got the pheasant calling. I keep hearing the kiki calls of the male flickers.
Oh yeah.
So
I was going to tell you I had 3 flickers working around my house this morning.
I've seen ring-billed gulls and robins in the last 2 days.
Yeah, I haven't, but I know Ken Archer has seen Arik has seen quite a few.
Yeah, and magpies starting to build nests. Yeah, that's the
Don't see him, but if you're a
kiki guy over there. There's a we got a goose couple here. Got another goose couple
right over there.
on the very far side over there.
There's probably a mallard.
By that island, yeah. Where's that island here? Yeah, somebody will definitely claim that island for their nesting. There's one that usually nests here at near the mouth of that sub pond entrance,
Right.
that canal.
Yeah.
And those are the couple that Adrian and I really have been watching strongly for a few years. This might be them.
Oh.
And they're the gander is like tough as anything, and he just sticks by her side the whole time.
Okay.
Like some of the husbands out here are kind of flaky, but this guy is wicked defensive. He's there for the whole shebang.
And over here.
Yeah, usually they're right near the canal entrance. Yeah, the first year that we were watching them, they were on an island that was right out here that's now disappeared.
Right.
But yeah, this is their area, and we kind of actually think that a lot of our hypothesis is that the geese are kind of natural,
Oh yeah.
because we see a lot more consistency in behavior between the females here than the males.
Because generally I thought they were fairly good at sharing their parental beef or something.
Yeah, they are, but by matrilocal I mean that the females of the brood will come back to the mother's water area to nest
Yeah.
in the future,
Yeah.
and the males will probably be brought in.
Oh, I see. Okay. So not a dominant thing.
No, it's not a thing about dominance, it's just about locality.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just trying to look for the flicker that's been calling up here, and looking up his way, he took off, but right next to him is this robin. So there's the evidence. This male robin's dropped in maybe 2 days ago. They're back.
Ken Arik reported, mind you, he drove. Did you see that report?
No.
350 kilometers a couple of days ago. Ended up down at Sspopiikimi,
Oh yeah.
foremost area, and ring-billed gulls,
Yep.
American widgeon, pintails,
Widgeons.
mallards, of course.
Right.
I don't think there was anything too truly mind-blowing, but put on a lot of kilometers as it's
Yeah, I've been expecting widgeons, pintails for sure, and
Right.
even shovelers.
I don't think he mentioned shovelers.
Yeah.
The American tree sparrow.
Oh yeah.
So, that was down in, I think, near Sspopiikimi, that general area. And I think that's the mallard that we
Yeah, that's right.
Before. It's just moving down.
These guys are in a little group here now.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting site on the wide South Pool. We have beaver has been coming up in the last 48 hours at least, coming up onto the snow and walking over this way. And right here, he's digging a root. And you can see there's the base of the root right there. To me, it looks like it might be a burdock root. Not sure, but that's what he's after. He's after that root.
Oh.
So he probably...
So he's chewed on it.
Yeah, he dug down
Right.
a little bit
Yeah.
and grabbed part of the plant, but not absolutely sure what plant it is, but it looks to me like possibly burdock.
So how would he know to locate that? Because obviously it was covered.
Yeah, it's a good question. Well, there would have been remains of the plant for sure.
Right.
Yeah, he's been coming up this way too. looking for something. The beavers definitely have a far more varied diet than most people realize. You know, people think that beavers just eat wood, but in fact, if you sit here for the
Is this the same?
season, yeah, this is beavers as well.
Yeah, they're big. Oh, well, of course they're webbed, aren't they?
That's right. Yeah, they got big back webbed feet. He's coming over here, and he's looking for something.
Yeah, she is. Scavenging there. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Now this isn't just one, or could it just be one?
It could be, but it's likely, you know, a couple of them at least.
Ooh.
Got some
Hawk? Or
mystery bird up this way.
holy shit. It's got awfully long lit. That's not a female goshawk, is it?
Better take a picture.
Two Canada geese right on the side of the...
Right up there on the top of the trestle.
There's that hawk, that raven harassing it.
Ho ho.
Look at it. Or maybe the hawk's harassing the raven. Yeah. Look at him.
Yeah.
It's landed, but we don't see it.
Well, I don't think the ravens are going to let it hang out up there.
Nope, not given the fact that that's there. There it is.
Yeah.
Well, that gives you some idea as to the size. It's smaller than the raven. There, it's going after it again.
Yeah, we're thinking it's a goshawk, eh?
The only other thing would be a Cooper's. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, I missed the photo as soon as I was pulling out my camera.
Okay,
He
it's
took
landed
off.
on the on some of the railings. You just see its head. It's about 2/3 the size of that raven.
Back up at the tree, you see a magpie couple.
Still see it.
Geese on the pond are having a bit of a ruckus. Things are getting exciting here under the high level bridge. Got a lot of geese as usual, squabbling over the bridge anchors / nesting islands. This is a good place if you want to see goose fights. Over the next little while, this is a good place to see them.
The Amherst 3 are over there.
Oh, there's the Amherst 3. Just here at North Pond, there's that another couple of mallards. The one female with 2 drakes are still down the way.
One just taken off.
Just gonna check here for some aquatic activity. We did see a merlin a ways back, kind of over by the duck blind in the forest main, but I wasn't able to get the camera out and all of that before he took off. Other than that, just been hearing a lot of flicker activity and the geese and the mallards. Of course, now they're gonna relax on that. They were kind of doing a little bit of courtship behavior. There's 3 of them here, and I think the 3rd one is probably one of their own brood from last season. That's just like one of those kids that can't get out of the house kind of a thing. But once the egg laying begins, he'll be pushed away. So we're just headed out. Gonna go take a peek on the golf greens and see if any of these pine trees might be housing any owl nests. Still no sign of the owl who was in the owl wood, but the owls should be sitting on their nests right now. So if he's down here at all, he's gonna be probably in one of these trees on the golf green, since we can't find him in any of the riparian forests. Yeah, here we got the weasel. Hole he's been going into here. Didn't see any sign of him at North Pond, but this is about mid pond. We're just pretty close to and we're on the west side, pretty close to the Sspopiikimi, the beaver lodge. And evidence of the weasel having visited here since the snow. No telling if he's really staying there, because a lot of the snow's been lost here. We can't really track him far, but he's definitely been going down that hole. Yeah, so we did not find any owl nests. Found a couple of good magpie nests. Got some geese here grazing out on the golf greens. We're pretty much back here at the parking lot now, so it's probably going to be the close to our tour today. But yeah, well, we saw what we suspect is a goshawk, at least one, maybe 2 of them, a merlin, and you know, everything that I showed on the video, a lot of which was expected. But one thing that I did kind of expect but have not seen yet, probably on our next visit, is the opening of the flower buds on the bulberry bushes, because they are the first berry to flower, and usually around the time I'm starting to look for eggs is when they're flowering. So I expect to see them out. Oh,
the ants are out.
Here we go. That's another good phenological note. This is a western thatching ant mound, and they are up and alert.
Yeah, they sure are.
Yeah, so that's a good note. But yeah, I expect the bulberry plants to bloom really quick, which means that the honeybees and some of the other pollinators will be out just as soon. And yeah, it's just got to warm up a little bit and it's gonna all pop.
Don't forget the partridge you just saw.
Oh yeah, we saw that. We just ran into a couple of the gray partridge on the golf green. All right, I spoke too soon. We do have flowering bulberries. I didn't notice these before when we were in the parking lot, but out by the edge of the pond and in the forest, they haven't flowered yet. These ones here by the edge of the parking lot are already starting to flower. So yeah, that's what I was expecting to see today. So good to know that I'm not totally off base in my phenological knowledge.